It's Frank and Wanda in the morning. We're taken aback. What can I say? I believe in the black church. I really do. And I think on some levels, some of our black churches have gone astray and have taken a turn in the opposite direction.
Is it the black church or the leaders of the black church?
Well, some of the black church, yes. Let me just say this because I don't have a lot of time. There was a meeting in the White House, and they invited several black pastors from across the country to be there. And the discussion was on prison reform. But the way it was scripted and the way President Trump turned it around, he made like all those guys look like Uncle Tom's being in the room. There was a bunch of thank you, Mr. President. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for inviting me, whatever. And then the black community is being turned upside down, and this man is part of the problem. And I just wanted them to say something. Nobody said anything. I have the full transcript. The guy that was sitting next to him was Pastor John Gray, and who I respect. And Pastor John Gray is on the phone. Pastor?
Yes, good morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the phone, Pastor John Gray. He was in the meeting with President Trump, and he was the one sitting next to President Trump. Pastor, how are you this morning?
I'm holding up, Frank. I'm holding up, and thank you for reaching out.
I wanted to reach out to you personally because I respect you so much. And then I read what your wife had told you about going to the meeting. Do you have any reservations about she telling you not to go, kind of, and you went? Do you think you shouldn't have gone now, or how do you feel?
I should have honored my wife's wisdom because she was thinking about not my mandate on my life, because my mandate is to connect or to be able to sit at the table with anyone, because that's exactly what the historical record of Jesus is. I was not there to agree, and Jesus certainly did not agree. And so my heart and motive was pure. I weighed the wisdom of my wife versus what I believe was the voice of the Lord telling me to go. If I was trying to protect myself and whatever brand or image, certainly I would not have gone. It had to be that I heard the Lord speak to me, and that's why I went. I wasn't there for a photo op. There's nothing good that could come of that. The purpose is not political, it was spiritual. And if I say that I will do what the Lord asks me to do, then even the things that I would much rather not do, I do.
What do you feel about him? Do you feel he is capable of making the type of change we need to make?
We were there for one specific thing, which was prison reform. I was not there to agree, and I don't agree. I was there to fight for that, because that was what was on the table.
I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw you all sitting at the first thing came to my mind was, is this man getting ready to give them money for something? Or most people are thinking, this one was tough for us.
I can't speak for anyone else in that room. Here's my question to you. At what table would Jesus not to agree? This is critical. My prayer for alignment, the pain of African Americans, Hispanics, those who are unformed, who I am as a pastor. But if I walked into that room and only took the anger, and everybody sees me, quote unquote, off, it's a great viral moment, but you know what gets done? Nothing.
Part of the issue is, Pastor, is that, and I hear what you're saying, but Jesus met the leaders. You're not Jesus. When you compare yourself to what Jesus did, for lay people to understand that.
I didn't compare myself. My point is, as a Christian, a Christ follower, the mandate of a Christ follower is to be the hands and feet of Jesus, even to people and places that the whole central theme of Christianity is redemption, Frank. So, of course, I'm not saying that I'm Jesus.
Pastor Scott said this is the most president we've had in our lifetime. And you were sitting right there.
I don't.
But why didn't anybody say anything, though? Why didn't anybody say anything?
Calling a meeting like that when you've never been in that situation.
But that's why you're there. And I understand. I mean, I don't agree with Pastor Scott in saying that, but I didn't hear anybody say, hey, Mr. President, the policies just heard a lot of thank you for being here.
You didn't hear that from me. What you heard from me is I'm not stepping fetch it. I didn't ask to go. I was asked to be there.
Wanda asked you a very important question. She asked you, what did you get from being there? Because a lot of people are saying
Not one thing. I didn't get anything and certainly didn't gain anything, but a large portion of my community that I would never seek to offend. What I've realized now is that the purity of motive doesn't translate across the pain of people, why I would even be there. I didn't have a motive. I didn't have
They were taking pictures.
And clearly, I did not choose the seat that I sat in to know. when I was invited to this, I said very clearly, I don't want any pictures because people will not understand. I will go to listen, and I will offer my biblical opinion on the morality. And of course, when we get there, there's tons of cameras. And immediately I realized this is a setup. I leave you with this, Frank and Wanda. First of all, my apologies to everyone in the community who by my presence have been hurt. The pain that this has caused my wife, my children, immeasurable. But me going there is not as a Democrat or as a Republican. I went there as a Christian to say the church can actually help, but I am sorry that that was not translated.
Pastor, let me just say, I ultimate respect for calling us and explaining your position. I appreciate it, and prayers going out for you and the wife, okay?
Thank you, sir.